My name is Olushola Oladejo. I'm the founder of Entrepreneurs Hub, and what we do at Entrepreneurs Hub is to be able to empower food entrepreneurs to start successful businesses. And we do this by training people, providing resources, and providing community of support for food entrepreneurs. And recently, we just concluded our cohort 3 pitch day of the food funding program, and we had 3 winners. And the we are right here interview the winner for the pitch day, and we have our winners here. The first place winner, the founders and co-founders, Latifat and Farid, and they're going to be introducing themselves and their businesses. So let's meet you. You can introduce yourself and introduce your business afterwards.
Okay,
So,
let me let my founder go. Yes,
Yeah,
my Olga.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Or in Nigeria, it's actually good evening. So, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Latifat Hamdalat Hassan. I am the co-founder of Mini Hamlets Limited. We're a food processing company, and we have different products. We have meat products. We also have snacks, sweet snacks, sugar-free snacks.
All right, I'm Farid Ibrahim, co-founder of Mini Hamlets Limited. I'm a farmer, and Latifa asked me to join our company. So, and I've been trying to bring my agric skill into whatever we do in Mini Hamlets, which is also helping because I've been selling farm produce and into processing. So she needed my experience in processing because we process vegetables at Kaba farms. So I had to come and team up with her to see what we could do together at Mini Hamlets. So like she said, we are into processing of meat products. We're into kilishi, dambunama, teas, and also spices.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. So my next question is, how did you get to know about Entrepreneurs Hub? How did you get to know about the food funding program and register? So the how and the why. Why did you register?
Okay, it was Latifa. I don't know how she got to know about Foodpreneur. She just called me one day that she saw something on Instagram and she wants to pay. She needs money to complete that. At that point, she was out of cash. I should borrow her money to, for the company. I was like, let's take money from the company now. We need to use our personal money. But this thing, we've paid for so many things in the past. What is the program? She was like, just don't worry. Lo and behold, I didn't know how she sourced for the money. She paid, and when she started, the program, taking the sessions and everything, I didn't even know. So that I was like, oh, I just thought you registered for what's up with it. She was now briefing me the progress. I was like, okay, it's going to make sense. So, we've done so many things in the past like this. We won't see the value of whatever we've paid for. Just empty promises, saying, "Oh, we will link you with people that you could have access to mentors when you are done with the program." No mentors. We'll link you with access to funding. No funding. And the program was not just so that's just somehow bland, So at first I was thinking this was going to be like that also too, but I'm very impressed. So she could now tell you how she got to know about Foodpreneur.
Yeah.
She told me at first I was against it, but she still went ahead.
So why did you push, Latifa? I assume, where did you see it, and why did you insist and push to go ahead, knowing the fact that your co-founder has said that we've done a lot of these things, we are not getting results? Why do you still want to go ahead?
Well, the truth is, I have what they call grit and resilience, and I don't hear no and accept no a lot of times. There are times I do that, but 90% of the time, I just stick to my guns. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this one way or another. We have to do this. So I think it's either I saw it on Facebook or it was on one of the groups I was a member of. I think it's either on ALX. I'm not sure. Maybe it was on.
You called me on ALX or Instagram or something.
That it was advertised. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's either it was on ALX or I saw it on Facebook. Then I saw that they had a webinar. They had an upcoming webinar where they were going to discuss the foodpreneur. So I was like, foodpreneur, food entrepreneur. Okay, sounds interesting. And I was like, okay, I want to attend this and see how far it was going to go. Funnily enough, the day of the webinar, I was out at Murtala Square in Kaduna. We had this it was more like a trade fair. So I was displaying some of our products there. And then the program started and I was on the street selling products. So I just told my brother who was helping me there, I was like, you know what, take over. I need to do a webinar. And everybody was confused, like, you're here to sell products. What's so special about it? I'm like, I want to see what they are going to say there. It sounds so interesting and I wanted to see how far it was going to go and whether it promises to be interesting from the advert I saw, and I was like, okay, I really have to attend this. So I went to the site and started. We drove home while I was still doing the program. Yes, during the webinar. And afterwards, they announced towards the end that there is a registration, but I think there was like a cap of the people that they wanted to take. More like 20 or 50 people, I can't remember.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I have to be part of these people. And I only had I think 20,000 naira because I'd invested everything into the trade fair. And I had to settle the people that were there, settle gates, settle everything. And that was the first day of the program. So I didn't even have money. And we started the program late. The trade fair late. So I called him and I was like, I needed money, I need to register. He was like, you've registered several other things. Nothing is being fruitful. Can you just leave it? I'm like, no, but this one, I just want, this one promises to be different. He was like, you know what? I don't have anything to take from the business. I'm like, I have used all the money. He was like, well, I don't know what we're going to do. Just forget about it. Another one will come. I'm like, no, another one is not coming. Like, we need to register this. So I called a family friend and I was like, there's something I need to register. I need some money. And please, can you just lend me some money? And he was like, okay, how much do you need? I told him the program registration was 50,000 naira. I had like 20,000 naira. He was like, send your account number. So I sent my account number. They forwarded it. I paid late. I sent a message. I was like, was it okay to pay late? And they were like, yes, they were still. So I still paid late, and yes. And they were like, they are still accepting. Like, the number has not reached. So I was like, oh, thank God. I just didn't register.
This is an interesting story, and it's typical of most people that have registered. There's that hesitation. You've attended a lot of programs, promises made, promises not delivered, and you're like, should I still waste? It looks like a waste of money. But what were you looking for that still made you to go all that length? What in that program or in the webinar spoke to you that, okay, this is what I want and this is why I'm still going to go ahead with this?
So first, it was your story. I think you and Yesola were on the webinar together. Or was it you? I can't remember.
It was just Yesola. She was the one presenting, but she was presenting on behalf of both of us. Yeah.
Okay, it was your story. And the story of how you both got your funding. And I was like, if it could work for you, and I think she told us the story of how she met you during the webinar and how you were the one that had all the knowledge of the business and everything, and she teamed up with you, and I think you had another company. She explained a lot, and I was like, okay, with the way you guys met, and it was really peculiar, it could work. If it worked for you, like, it's going to work for me. Yeah. And you guys promised to walk us through how we're going to apply. Now, prior to that, I've taken a lot of webinars and some courses, and whenever there's something that has to do with knowledge, I'm always, okay, I will have to learn.
Yeah.
It's added knowledge. So I'd done another what do I call it? A school like that. Is it a school? I attended a webinar, a 6 weeks webinar on ALX for business entrepreneurs, and they promised that if we pass the first stage and our business ideas and our pitch deck and whatever is good enough and we get selected, we're going to move to their accelerator program, which is going to be a 3-month where we're going to have mentors. Now, my issue was that I wanted mentors. I knew that if we're going to grow in our business, we need people that have already done what we are doing to help us. We still get to where we're going to get to, but doing it all by ourselves would take twice the time. Having mentors would reduce the time drastically. So that was why I joined that first program. And then we didn't get selected. I attended the program, I did everything, we didn't get selected. I don't know why. We didn't get selected. So they even had a program which I sent to him to go on behalf of his own company. That's my co-founder, to go on behalf of his own company and attend. And he did attend. That one happened in Lagos. There was a physical one in Lagos where he attended. But mine was for our company together. It was complete online. And I was like, I need mentors. I need mentors. I need mentors. I told you the story of, I think that was why we connected. We did our one-on-one call with Yesola. Yes. So I told you the story of how we kept doing it over and over and over. And I knew that there was something missing. Like, there's a missing link. There's something we are not connecting. And we really need to connect it to get it so that we can move forward. So that was why I was like, okay, you know what, this is for me.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, it was after the one-on-one meeting with Yesola. She opened our brain to so many things, and we applied some of what she said, and now we started seeing the changes into our business.
Yes,
we gave practical ideas we have thought of. She told us things we were scared of doing. I was like, will this thing fly? Like, one of it was try to raise your price with what you're selling, blah blah blah. We're like, people buy, and lo and behold, we applied some of the gimmicks she gave us, and that was like, oh, thank God you paid for this program. That was even before the pitch day. I was like, okay. And then she was like, yeah. Then you said I should not pay. Okay, sorry. Now, if it's just this one-on-one session we had with this wonderful lady, it's enough.
Yeah. And I agree with you, being an entrepreneur myself, is that sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. Because you are in the weeds. And when you're in the weeds, you're not seeing clearly. You can be clouded by emotions, and you just need somebody to just like, okay, this is what we are doing. You coming from an outsider, or somebody that is not in the weeds with you, can help you see it and like, okay, why not do it this way? Why not do it that way? And that's why we brought in the one-on-one session aspect in the food funding program, because it was part of what we enjoyed when we were also raising funds. Like the program we attended, we had mentors that we met with on a weekly basis, and we felt this is an added value to entrepreneurs, because sometimes you would just like, I just need somebody to talk to. And even in the community, people that have not even attended the program, sometimes they will just schedule one-on-one, or like, this is what I'm going through, what do you advise? So I agree on that. As an entrepreneur, you can get overwhelmed, but you need somebody to just talk to and have, maybe as an advisor or as a mentor, and like, okay, why not try it? Why not do it this way? Because they are not in the weeds with us. They are seeing it from the outside.
Another lens
that you're not seeing it, and they don't have that emotional attachment to your business. They just want to help you pay for it. Yeah, so I agree with you on that. So my next question now will be, I know you've talked about your hesitation, so I will ask you to go over those hesitations again. What do you love most about the food funding program? From the beginning to the end, what were the highlights for you?
Okay, so the highlights for the program, for me, it was the fact that it wasn't so technical. Like it was more like a conversation with a friend. The entire program was more like having a conversation with a friend. So you get to hear the feedback when you have some question, especially sessions with sessions with Yesola sounds interesting. Like, okay, you know what? You're having a conversation with a big sister. Sessions
Yeah.
with you sounds like I kept telling myself like there's something different about you. Every single time we have a session, it was more like you are the one that is benefiting from the session, not us. Like you were always listening and allowing the other person to talk. Every single time, I was like, "You're sure it's not the other way?" So it was that encouraged me. I'm from a background of teachers. My mother is a teacher, my father taught, my grandparents taught. So it was more like I was seeing a teacher in person. Do you understand? Teachers always allow you to express yourself. So when you're saying something and when somebody has an idea, you let the person speak. You just give the person room and then you're like, okay, go ahead. The sessions with Yesola were always interesting. She's a money person. Yeah, she's the one that is always talking the figures. And so it was always like, okay, you know, when you're talking to your big sister, and she's telling you, okay, this is what you have to do. So it was, the combination was perfect. And I personally, throughout the program, I kept telling myself, now I see why the two of you are working. Like, I see why the two of you are working out as business partners. I guess it was that, and I didn't feel any stress. So if you notice throughout, I felt encouraged to keep volunteering. Okay, if anybody needed help, I was like, okay, if you needed help with
You
this,
were
I
very
am ready to help.
outspoken, always
Yeah.
contributing. Yeah.
Yes, because I felt encouraged from your body language and your personalities. That's the both of you. It was more like, okay, these are the kind of people. You know, the truth is that although I'm a lawyer, I have a lot of knowledge in psychology. Truth is that you only listen to people who you agree with, whom your personality aligns with, whom you see as friends. Any other person might tell you something, and you might not take it. But when somebody that allows you to be yourself and talks to you, you listen to the person. That's why it's the influence on peers it's so profound. That's
Because they
how
are
people
friends.
influence.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Like
they are friends.
yeah.
Yes, you don't feel any pressure, you don't feel anything. You feel like, okay, this is my comrade. There's that camaraderie between you. So that was how I felt throughout the program. I felt like I was home. Like, this is my people. Like, they are not so extremely serious, yet they were not unserious. Yeah, it was moderation and I loved it.
That's so good.
To add to what she said, she just said, so after when I knew she's paid for the program, she started and all, and after the onboarding, the one-on-one session, so she was giving me feedbacks on how it's going and all, and I was like, okay, that's nice, okay. Then she told me she was volunteering, asking people. I was like, what is your own again? Until when I stumbled on you people's somebody wrote about you guys. I think Business Day or Tribune. I was like, was this not this thing? So I read about the funding you secured and everything. Then I went online and I saw the story. I was like, okay, maybe we're in a good time, so I shouldn't be worried. Yeah. So I was like, okay, just go on with the program. I was not able to, because we're not in the same location.
Yeah.
I was able to, attend and all due to me being on the farm and everything. So like, just carry on and let's see where it goes.
Okay, that's
well,
cool.
All in all, it is a good one. It's a good one, and it is a marathon, not a sprint. So we've done the pitch day, and I believe there's still so much value would want to get from Foodpreneur.
Yeah, definitely. So, Latifa, you talked about the facilitators now. So let me break down the program and tell me which one was it for you. So we had the recorded sessions to get your business plan ready. We had our live sessions. We had our one-on-one sessions. We have the WhatsApp community group, and we have the one that finalized everything was the pitch day. Those are different segments of the food program. So which one speak most to you? Which aspect of that do you love the most?
I'm going to be very biased. So the highlights of the entire program for me was the one-on-one, because I look forward to it. Remember, we had to cancel the one-on-one because yes, I wasn't able to get your message on time, so we couldn't go on with the one-on-one on time. So by the time we did the one-on-one, it opened our eyes, because there was something we were debating. Okay, we should do this. Okay, we should not do this. But by the time we did the one-on-one, we had clarity. And Yosola walked us through what worked for you. I think, was it in Uganda or I don't know which of the countries? In Kenya, exactly. Yeah. So she told us how you people got a partner there and how it could also help us, because we've already started exporting, but then having visibility in these countries, it's a problem. Because we're not there, we don't have their certification, and although we have one or two of us, it's expensive to send a little shipment. So having a little and then not also having it consistently was also a problem. So with one-on-one session, it really opened my eyes.
The language barrier.
Yes, there was also the language barrier.
Yeah.
And we didn't know the market also, because we're not there.
Yeah.
So with the one-on-one session, it really opened our eyes to some things that we're not doing. And so after the one-on-one session, the next thing for me was the live sessions, because then you get to ask questions and your questions get answered instantly. I did follow the recordings, and I also chat from time to time in the WhatsApp group, but chatting is a terrible thing for me because it will take me forever to type a message.
Or you talk,
Yes. So I type, I'm like, no, it's not good enough. I delete it and I type again, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Before you know it, something will come up again, and I'll be like, okay, no, I was typing something. So it was easy for me to do the live sessions, because whatever is coming, I'm like, okay, no, I'm on live session. So everyone just leaves me alone, yes. And so the distractions were less. So I guess that was it for me, yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's good. And Farid, did you had a chance to attend any of our classes?
Unfortunately, I was all on the farm. So,
no, that's fine.
But I was on the group. Yes, I was on the group.
You're in the WhatsApp
I was on the group.
Okay.
Yes, I was seeing what was going. I was on the group.
And the one-on-one session.
One-on-one session, yeah.
Yeah, and the pitch day. I know you were the one that actually pitched.
Yes.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, that day, I didn't know it was the pitch day. She was not feeling sober. She just called me 1 hour to go. Like, okay, you were done. I attended all these things now. And I was glad I was able to just come up with something.
So, have you ever pitched before that pitch day? That's both of you. Both of you.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I have pitched before.
Okay.
I've also pitched before.
Okay. So pitching that day was not your first time. What do you think made your pitch stand out for you to be able to get the attention of the judges to make you the first place win?
What I think made it stand out was that I just went for what we want, and I was not saying a lot of stories. I just explained the situation we are in right now and what we actually want. I just went for the target straight up.
Yeah, straight up. There's no need for story because during pitches you just have limited time. what you're
Yes.
doing, how far you go, what you need money for, and yeah.
And I think
So
that's the experience I got from the
Mm.
last pitch I did. I was not the winner, but I was part of the runner-ups. So from there, I was able to pick up, this is what you need to do, what you need to say, and I just went for it, basically. So I think that was it. It's just the clarity. People you're speaking with want to understand what you're saying, not just saying stories. And I think that was it for me.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that too. Pitches, you need to be strategic. You have limited time, so you want to be able to maximize those time to say what is important. Do you understand what is actually important? So my next question would be, how has this program affected your business? Has it affected your business in any way? Any impact on how you do things now, on yourself and the business?
Yes. Yes, it has. Because like we said earlier, after that one-on-one session, we realized that, okay, we had value. Like Yesola said, she said, don't be afraid. Like, if you have value, ask for what you're worth. So we had value that we wanted to showcase, and we've been giving people value. So all we had to do was just to ask for our worth of the value that we're giving out. So we increased our price, and then we were not afraid to cut off some people whom I've been telling him, okay, we need to let these people go. He was like, no, but if we let them go, it could affect the business. But after that, at least now we've let them go and we're still in business. There are people that were not helping us grow the business, and they were just incurring debt, and we were too afraid to let them go, thinking that, okay, if we lose some of these customers, we have lost business partners, like we've lost suppliers. How are we going to move forward? How are we going to continue our business, like with less supply? But then I realized that since we're giving quality, we should also be expecting quality, like quality over quantity. If we have just 2 suppliers and we are getting a worth of that, it would be better. And then that's what we're doing. We're still in business. We've learned from that, and we're still growing. So it was really profound for me. That's what I feel the takeaway. It has affected our business in a positive way.
That's good.
And also, I want to take that out of my mouth, because then I was scared of, let people go. Our target, sales target monthly is going to go down. And what do you see to that? It was like, no. But after that session, it was like, okay, can let people go and look for the good market. And you said that they gave us some other options of white labeling and all, which then we were doing it, but we're not taking it so serious. Just like, why don't you look for people that want these things and just give it to them, and so they can help you push your sales and your figures.
Yeah.
We started with that now, and actually, more of like it now.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that. So has it increased money coming in? Because at the time you came in, like, you're not sure if this business is still going to survive. Right now,
yeah,
the
it
business
has
is
increased money
surviving.
coming in, and it allowed us change the way
our strategy.
Our strategy and the way we handle what's it called, our payment terms and all.
Yes.
So I think Gisela just gave us the pulse, like, you guys just go for it.
Yeah. She gave you ginger, like.
Yeah,
yes.
Ginger.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. They
Yes.
go.
So, and ever since then, we reached out to some people, and she walked us through how we could market, and through the tips we got for our marketing, we got some people who are now producing for, and they label it themselves, and we just how to just get the contract of production. So with that, we've gotten the whole money, not producing and keeping to want to sell. So that will be the one to look for how they'll sell.
So we're doing B2B and B2C. Yes, B2B and B2C. So, but initially it was more B2B holding our money, and then B2C also struggling. But I think we're about to onboard a new supplier. Like by next week, we are working on the onboarding phase. We're about to onboard another one, B2B again.
Okay.
So it's really helping. So it has allowed us to cut off the excess luggage. So you can imagine having to make a large production, and then the production would go, and the money would be tied up for the next 2 to 3 months. That was what, yes, that was what we were dealing with. So we now have to source for funds and capitals elsewhere in order to
producing,
yes, to keep producing, because other people want product as well, and we were not giving people what they needed at the time they needed. And like I think I was listening to this Ghanaian. I'm very terrible with people's names. I don't know how I'm holding your names. There's this not Ghanaian, South African, who said time kills deals. I don't know what's his name, but he's very popular. He's a business coach. He said time kills deals. So because it takes us time to produce another shipment, it was now making some of our suppliers get from others. And then even when it got to them, we were still allowing them to tie our money. So this one is tying our money for 2 months, so it's tying our money for the next 3 months, and it was terrible. But for now, so we have max 2 weeks. If you cannot pay up in 2 weeks, you know what, we don't have to go with you.
Yeah.
You can just go. Yes, we would get another person. We've realized that we have value, and as long as you have value, the people are going to chase you. Like now, the person that we're onboarding, she actually sought out for us. So we had to let go of that mentality. That was the first thing, to let go of the mentality of thinking that, okay, we needed people who were holding us down in order to continue our business. Like without them, the business cannot go. So it really helps.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm glad to hear this. And I'm sure this is just the beginning for you, for your business. And so to my next question now, you want money. The money might not be lost, but how was the impact on your business? Like, what did you use the money for, if you want to share?
Okay, so initially we got the money for dehydrator. We got the money so that we can buy an electric dehydrator. But since we are trying to onboard a new supplier, yes, we're trying to onboard a new supplier, so we just invested the money into production.
Okay.
So we invested the money. Yes, we invested the money into production. So we produce for this new supplier. So after the production, and if as it goes, then we'd use the money, the money coming from this particular supply, would use it and then get the dehydrator. Because like I told you, like now the new people that we are supplying to, and the few we retained from our previous suppliers, so they have max 2 weeks. If you cannot pay up in 2 weeks, we move to another person.
Okay.
So now it's going to take 2 weeks before we see the money we've already invested. We've already collected from some
people. And that's better than 2 or 3 months. Yeah.
Yes. So we know that in the next 2 weeks, our capital is going to be back. But before then, we have a new supplier. So we are using the money to make production, add with what is left, make new production, and then give it to the supplier and wait for next 2 weeks or the one from this one, and then we get the dehydrator.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. The other one to get is the one that uses gas and electricity, because the ones we're using before, or we're still using now, uses electricity. And like I said on the pitch day, where we are moved to Bandhe, and is making us spend
crazy
on electricity. So we want to, we met a fabricator, because we saw that looking from China and everything, what if the stuff has an issue? How do we get a technician to fix that? So we got someone there where she is in Kaduna, that could help us with the one that uses electricity, gas, and also coal fire. So the guy gave us a quotation, and we'll be saving up to see how we can get it. But still, again, on that day, one of the people from Filipino, I've forgotten her name now, the lady said something, and ever since then I've started researching on it. That why don't we go solar?
Okay, that's Olufunke. She was our last.
Yeah, that was
winner.
the judges.
Why don't
she was
we
one
go
of the
solar?
judges.
But like solar is expensive, so I started looking at it. I was like, okay, I think we could go solar because, and I'm in contact with some guys in Bauchi State, and on these also too. So we're looking at what it's going to cost us to go solar, because that also we won't be using. That's like a free source of energy. We won't be using that. We won't be using the gas and spending more, and that is more efficient. And also too, we could use the machine for other products that were also
yes,
for our teas and vegetables and the rest of them like that. So that was why we now use, okay, since we're having new people coming on board who want to produce and all, let's sink this money into production to boost whatever we can do. And that's so far so good. The money has been a blessing. You said it's small, but it is not small. It has done a lot.
No, we Nigerians, if it's not up to millions of naira, no money, but something to support and something to grow.
Because the way cost of animals we do get, because we get cows that we slaughter, and we use the meat to produce this product, the kilishi. Ginger, we're in Kaduna State where we're producing, it's home of ginger, but now ginger is expensive, even in Kaduna. So most of our inputs are expensive. So the money came at the right time to just help us alleviate all our, let's say, sufferings.
From expenses, That's good. So my next question now will be, how has the program improved your confidence in running business?
Well, it has worked. Let me go first here. It has worked on our psyche, because if you guys can do this and got fundings from outside, so I believe now we came on the pitch there and we're able to go on with the first prize. And what we've learned during the program, we try to apply them, and it's working, even though with the economic situation of the country. So that's enough confidence for it. So it's like, now I can move mountains.
Yeah. That's the spirit. Like, you can go.
I'm also taking the lessons here back to my own company, to my home farm also too.
Okay, that's great. What about Latifa?
Okay. For me, it's I don't even know what to say. It was first, like I said, the webinar where I said if it could work for you, it could work for me. Like I believe that, okay, if it's going to work for them, it's surely going to work for me. So then why am I afraid? I think that was where all my fear left. Then secondly, after, like I keep pointing out the one-on-one session, because even when you suggested the one-on-one session, I was very eager to have the one-on-one session. Like I couldn't wait. I didn't even know it was you, Sola, that was taking it. I thought it was you. I really wanted to talk to somebody because I know there was something I was doing wrong. So there was something we were doing wrong, rather, that if we fix this, it was going to be better. And then she told us, after she opened her eyes, and then she gave us testimonies from your own business. And I was like, okay. See what she said. We had a meeting after that, after the one-on-one session, where we got to talk, and it was like, okay, you know what? Let's try some of these things that she said. Let's just try them, and if it has worked for them, it's going to work for. So really, it boosted our confidence, because imagine we had like almost 10 suppliers that we had earlier before that this foodpreneur program. And then, as I'm talking to you, we only have like 2 to 3 right now, right? If I'm not mistaken.
But they are correct suppliers. They are good ones.
Yes. Like, we trust quality over quantity.
Yeah.
You were trying to say something.
like when you mentioned that 10 to 2, there's this principle,
Yes.
we call it whether Pareto principle of the 80-20. 80%
80-20
of,
rule,
yeah,
yes.
80% of your results, if you check, comes only for 20% of your effort. So you need to focus on that 20% to
On
be able to
that
get
20,
more
yes.
80%. Not that focusing on the 80% that just brings 20%. So yeah, that's the principle at work there. So yeah, please continue.
So yes, and then, well, for me, I've always been the quality control because I'm always all about value, 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 because that's my own. My own
Mm.
is I don't feel anything is expensive as long as it delivers value. So I
Mhm.
feel that even if we're going to raise our price and we're going to cut off suppliers, as long as the product is something that I am confident that is delivering the value that I want to get for my money, then it is enough for everybody. So we went back to the drawing board, looked at one or two things, did quality control, nitpicking as usual from me, until we got to what we wanted, and then we moved to, okay, quality. Two people, if there are two suppliers, if these two businesses would take from us, it's fine. Then any other person that wants any B2C now, that we keep marketing B2C, that one has not stopped, but our B2B, just two people, and then it was,
Just okay.
and that's it. Yes.
That's great. So we have two more questions. We're about rounding up here. But I want to ask this question because I was developing an ad script, and this question just came to me. Looking at the money you paid for this program,
Yes.
it was 49,000 something, close to 50,000. Let's just round it up to 50,000.
Yeah.
If we were to
Yes.
place a naira value on the value itself, apart, not minding how much you registered for it, what do you think is the value? Like, just put a naira value on this program.
Don't put me on the spot. She should be the one to answer that. She was the one that paid, so she should answer that.
Irrespective of how much she registered for it,
Yes.
what is the naira value of all the benefits, all what you've gotten from this program?
Honestly, for me, the one-on-one session, maybe from what I got from it, and also the opportunity to talk to people, to interact with a community, to have people who are going to listen to you. Like, I have seen some of the ways that, okay, people ask questions, and the patience you personally put into it to answer or to let them explain themselves over and over. I feel that it is worth 500,000, honestly.
Bam, that is it. What? 500,000.
Honestly, to me, because see, after it, even if it's going to take us time to make the money back, it was worth it because it was an eye opener. It was an eye opener. It showed us what we were doing that was wrong.
But she knows about people in Nigeria. We're like, what will be too much?
Yeah.
No, we are not going to be charging that. I'm just let people know that what they are going to get, the value they are going to get out of the program is more than, is 10 times more than what they actually register for it. Yeah, so that's it.
And also, honestly, I love free program, but I was glad I paid for it, because when I remember that when I was trying to pay for it, I did not have money and I had to source for money, I would make sure that I attended the Saturday live sessions, because there are times that I get so busy that I have things to do. Maybe I'm on transit. There was even a time I was nursing my aunt in the hospital, and there was also a time my father fell ill. I nursed my father in the hospital while I was on the program. I also nursed my aunt in the hospital, I think a month later, while I was on the program. So knowing that I paid for this, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going on that live session. Although there were some, I think 2 sessions that I did not attend because, there was no way I could attend them. either the network was terrible, I was in a place that I know even if I connect, there was nothing. But because of that, life is happening every day. Like if you listen from my background, there were activities going on. Life is happening every single day. But knowing fully well that I paid money for it. Even if it was 10,000 naira I paid for it, I paid money for it. I was going to attend it.
You won't want it to waste.
Yes.
But the thing is, the program is too good to be free. So I actually don't believe in free things. Because free things is I don't believe you will actually gain value from free things. Psychologically, you yourself will be like, wait, it's free, Jerry.
It is free. There's no there's no value attached to it. But we'll continue to ask.
I've gotten some free things that were amazing. Oh, I've gotten knowledge because even the first time I learned how to do a pitch, it was free. But what I'm saying is that the money made
you committed to
yes, obsessed with attending it. But I've attended self-paced program. That's why I applied for this one, because I know that I would attend a self-paced program. Yes, I am always all about learning something new, improving on my knowledge on something that has to do with my business or my personal development. So I would have still attended, but it's that the intensity of my concentration wouldn't have been that much. Because like I told you, I already had a pitch deck when we started, because I attended a program where I was taught this. Yes, I attended a program about entrepreneurship. Whenever I see any program, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going for this program. I'm attending it. So I would have said, but I'm saying that the money made me do it, made me continue. And thank you for doing the program.
Thank you for attending, and thank you for being committed to. Thank you for being a very active and member of the community as well. Like, you contribute. I remember one of the students said she connected with you, you've helped her. I was like, okay, that's good. That's what the community is all about. It's all about networking and supporting as well, apart from the knowledge. So our final question: will you recommend this program to other food entrepreneurs?
I don't even think that's a question.
But for
we've become an ambassador of the program already.
Yes, I want to go back in time and recommend it to myself. 100%. I would recommend this program to entrepreneurs, anyone who is doing business. As you've just said, I would go ahead and recommend it to one of my people that is actually struggling with her business. I think to help her. So I would recommend this program over and over. Do you know that, funnily enough, do you know that my mom attended one or two of the sessions and she was helping me take notes?
Oh my goodness.
Yes. When I was nursing my aunt in the hospital, we were all in the hospital lobby. Yes, so we were waiting in the hospital lobby while I think it was the doctor was attending to her. And so I had to ease myself, and I was like, Mom, please help me watch this. And she was like, okay. Even when we were driving home with my laptop on my laps and my phone by my side, she was like, okay, so what did you say now? And I will now have to, and I will now have to mute, and I'll tell her, okay, this is what they said. She's like, okay, this sounds interesting. Like, that was one of the sessions that you took. One of the sessions you took, yes. So I had my jotter out and I was writing, and the intensity of my writing, I think even the doctor came and listened to it for a short period of time. He was like, this is interesting. What is it? I was like, it's a course, so I'm doing online. And he was like, what's the course for? I was like, it's for entrepreneurs. And he was like, okay, so what's it for? I'm like, okay, so they are trying to teach us how to do better in our business, how to secure funding, what we are doing that is wrong, and how we could correct it. Basically, it's trying to help people who are into food business to do better, grow their business, and get funding. And he was like, oh, okay. It sounds like it's interesting. I'm like, oh, it's very interesting. I'm enjoying it.
You're already our ambassador. We just need to get it.
He listened with me for almost 15 minutes before he got a call to go
Oh,
and listen to attend to
the other patients.
another patient, and then he left because he's also a family he's our family doctor, so he was already used to us. And then
That's it.
so you
Okay,
don't need to
so
ask me whether I would recommend this. I have already recommended it.
okay, that's good. That's good to know. And all this feedback Gladys has, it just shows that we're doing something right and we should continue to do it and improve on it
Yes.
for
Yeah.
other people to benefit from. And you're in the process, you're already in the business space. You've had experience of entrepreneurs, no matter how you cannot downplay your experience already. So your experience too
No.
can also help someone else. So based on your
Yes.
experience, we can be calling you for other events for you to share your story. But for the purpose of this interview, what advice do you have for other entrepreneurs or people that are thinking about the food space or even want to start businesses?
Okay, so I started this company because we started this company because I listened to my co-founder on during COVID period. I listened to him discussing about the agri sector and how we can all get into farming without actually going into the farm, holding a hoe or cutlass, and how he said that young people should look into value addition. Over and over, he said that value addition is very important. You could be into farming without actually going to farm by doing value addition. So that was how we started the business. We registered the company together. After I listened to him, I was like, okay, so what can we do together? And that was how this business came into being. And for me, I feel that people who are looking to go into food business should not hesitate, because no matter what, people must eat food. No matter what, everybody must eat to survive. Even if they are not foodies, they are not this, they are not that, they would eat food to survive. So the food business is not something that is going to go into extinction now or ever. It's paramount to our survival as a species. So we have to all consume food. Please don't hesitate. And as my mother would say, as long as you're feeding people, God will bless you and the business will grow.
Yeah, she's looking at the impact again, apart from
Yes,
just
the impact. Yes, apart from the financial benefit. She says, as long as you're feeding people, God will bless you. So the food industry it's spiritual, it's physical, it's mental. Because when you think of the value you are giving people, for me, I kept saying, we started this business because I saw people going through this. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm all about health. And if I can do it through food, what best way to have a better health than through food? Snack is something everybody loves. So how about we do it the right way? How about we do it the right way? Like, okay, how about we reduce some of these things that, okay, research has shown, no matter what they are saying, research has shown and even logic has shown that, okay, these things are terrible for our health. How about we look into it? And they say if you take your food as medicine, you wouldn't have to take your medicine as food. So I got into this because I wanted to help people snack healthy without any guilt, without any fear. Okay, I'm going to eat this. I know it's 100% natural, it's healthy, there's nothing in it that is going to impact my health, yes, negatively, either in the short run or in the long run. Because if you know kilishi, they put a lot of sugar and maggi inside, but I can assure you, you're not in Nigeria.
Not
Maybe
just
one
that,
of these
even
days I will ship that to you.
the environment.
That'll
They
be
use
so
to
sweet.
produce that
Yes.
kilishi.
Yes.
Yeah, the environment again,
yes.
safety.
Yes,
Yeah.
the environment plays a huge impact. And kilishi is not something you cook. It's just something you get, you tear up, and then you start eating. And so we have herbs, we have spices, all this. I have seasoning that I sell to people that does not contain MSG. And I can assure you, you will cook your food without knowing that MSG is not part of it. You will eat your food, you won't even know that you do not add any additive that's not supposed to be there. And then the kilishi, even the sugar content, no. Like, we go for alternatives, so you don't have to have something that you be like, okay, I took this thing and I was having problem with
Latifa,
it because
please,
you know what, my sugar level went up.
Hold your thoughts. Can you just tell about the new, what's it called, person that wants to buy from us, wants to produce for her? She was complaining about the kilishi she buys from Abuja, that whenever she buys it, our customer complain about the food coloring staying in their hands. Whenever they that becomes pink. So we sent her a sample of our kilishi. She wants to buy from us.
And she ate it. And she said she liked it.
And she said she liked it. That's just today.
Yes, that was today. We had that meeting today, this afternoon, right? Sometime close to evening. Yes. We had that meeting with her today. And I had to explain to her that, okay, so we have coloring in our food, in our kilishi. But it's not the same coloring that you have in the other kilishi. We use beetroot. It's a natural product. It's a fruit. So it cannot harm you. Yeah, so we use that for our coloring. So you're going to see coloring. But I can assure you, your hands are not going to be reddish, after you finish eating it. Don't worry. It's the what's more of this in the food coloring is not that type that will stay in your hand and then you need to wash and wash and wash. Yes, you will see a little red stain. Coloring. Of course, yes, it's a natural coloring and it is healthy for your system. And even when she tasted it, she told me that it's not as sweet as the one she's eating. And I told her that if you've ever gone online and see how kilishi is being made, you realize that sweet taste is not just the MSG Maggi that is put into it. There's also a high content of sugar, of which this has been eliminated inside. She was like, okay, that makes sense. That's
I didn't even know they add sugar to kilishi.
You don't know?
I don't know they add sugar to kilishi.
I'm serious. They put, if you've ever seen the production, there's a lot of sugar going into
sugar
it.
That they put inside.
Yes. Wow. Yes, there's a lot of sugar going into it.
Now this, so I like this kilishi, and now with this, when anybody that is coming here, I will get one. I'm curious.
Problem.
I actually want to
no problem. And so we have dates flavor, we have tiger nut flavor. We don't have honey flavor because I wanted to introduce honey flavor, but I realized that heating up honey is dangerous for your system, so we can't have honey flavor. As long as you're going to heat up the kilishi, it's going to be unhealthy for the system because I'm all about health and I would not sell what I don't want, what I cannot consume. Yes. So please go into the food business, but please remember that whatever you don't want, don't give it to somebody else. And there's value. As long as you're giving value, you would get value in return. Yes.
That's so profound. I'm so proud of you guys, and I'm so proud of the quality of food entrepreneurs in the community. Like, they're not just doing it. Most people that I've talked to, even from the community, and you can testify, you're not just doing it. Apart from they're for the money, you will beside it is also the health implications of the health problems they are trying to solve. And when I hear that, I'm proud of that, and I'm just happy. And like, we're on the right path. It will take time, but we'll surely get there.
Yes.
Mr. Farid, from your own experience, 1 or 2 sentence advice for food entrepreneurs, people that want to get into the space.
Yeah, just value. Just go for value, because being a farmer, I've seen people doing, let me use the word wonderful things on the farm, on that crop produce. I've seen a farmer that sprayed his cucumber. He has some cucumbers that are ready for sale, but pests were attacking it, and he sprayed that evening. And the chemical he used to spray, the pesticide, the withdrawal period was 5 days. Can you imagine that man sold the cucumber just after 2 days?
Oh my
He
goodness.
sold the cucumber just after 2 days, and he pushed that into the
And
market.
people will
I
have
was like,
eaten it that day and
I
still
was like,
get
oh God, this thing must be
residue of
okay now.
chemicals.
And even these 5 days, these people right serve. In fact, there will still be some residue, you know. So that's why I'm pro organic. So on my farm now, it's been 6 years, if not 7 years. That was the last time I used any pesticide or any fertilizer. What we do is organic. We make our own pesticide ourselves from neem tree and the rest of things. So maybe that was why when she asked me to join and to join our company, we were able to sync. We are on the same page of eating healthy. And we see people, they got our ewedu, they got our ugu, they got our okra. They were like, this thing is your because of the quality, and people know us for that. So we don't sell. What we were able to get was that when people say organic is one of the most misused words.
Yes.
Chemical inside body can say is organic. So what are now, and they now try to even sell it more expensive. It's pricier than the normal stuff they claim is not organic. So what I do is I don't even make my products so expensive. It's affordable to both to all classes. Even though it's organic, I'm not trying to make a kill out of it, because I think that's what we should be all eating. All our forefathers said this. I don't know why it should not be like organic should be pricey and all like that. And there's a really program I do every day. I give agri updates, and there was a day we share a story of some farmers in the UK and association. They are suing Walmart and some other big supermarkets of farming their product organic, which is not organic. So organic now is like a big market. So anybody can just come and claim your product is this, your product is that. But what I would say is just give value and speak for itself.
Thank you so much, guys. I've enjoyed this conversation. I've got to know more about the business than I know before. And I'm so glad and happy that we've been able to impact and also add value to your business positively. And I'm sure this will also encourage other people to get into the industry and do it right, and also grow and impact the whole continent of Africa with food. Make food available and accessible, and not just any kind of food, good quality food. Yeah. So thank you. I know it's late in Nigeria, and you guys need to go to have your rest after a very long day. So thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
And before I go, don't forget your kilishi. Don't worry, whenever you have what we can send it to, it's on the house. No, don't worry about that. And I hope it gets to Yesada also too.
Okay, definitely. So I'll be looking forward to it, because I love kilichi. When I stayed in the north, I grew up in the north, so I love kilichi. Anytime we go to Abuja airport, you see them, and all of that. But now that I know there is sugar, I may not buy it the way I used to buy it.
And again, let me say something. Our kilichi is the best kilichi in the world. Ask me why.
Yes. Why?
Because we were able to get into Togo, Benin Republic, and Ghana, and they accepted our kilichi. It was affordable for the people over there, even better than what they bring in from Niger and other places, and also the quality. So this is a part of what we spoke with your soda that day, that these people asked us for this thing over there, but we want to go through the legal route. Yeah, so that's how we have to get someone there. I know. So, and that's what I'm saying is the best thing in the world, not just in Africa. So when you taste that, you will see and you'll be proud that these people are people from Foodpreneur.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
One more thing, I have to make a request.
Okay, sir.
We need to take this conversation further. We would love to have more access to you guys and all the opportunities and funding to improve our business, because talking about the solar dryer costs a lot. So if there are any links or network you could help with that we can we can go through,
It's
we would appreciate that also.
Yeah, definitely. Since the WhatsApp group, the community, we are not scrapping it. It's going to remain.
Okay.
So from what we are committed to is continue to share information and share
Mentioned.
resources. And the we have a consulting call. If you go to our social media, you'll see it. So it's free anytime. Anybody in the community, you can just go there, schedule a call, and just talk to us. Like if you still have anything to talk about, or you just want to, you're just stressed. I'm tired of this interpretation. I just need someone to rant about. It's a 30 minutes or 45 minutes call. We just have it there. So yeah, as far you're
Where
in the
do you say we
community,
can find the link?
if you go to our social media, it's one of the first posts on social
Okay.
media, or you can go to the link tree.
On
So
okay, link tree. Okay.
that's let me just confirm it now.
Okay.
Yeah, schedule a 30 minutes one-on-one consulting and discovery call. Um, it should be on our link tree, and you can also schedule that call as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on our link tree. So
Okay then.
so you're already in the community, you're part of the community. We're going to share information, resources, opportunities. Definitely, the communities are number one. How will I put it? Our number one platform where we communicate,
Yes.
apart from the Food Funding program. Yeah.
No problem then.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So have a great evening.
Yes, and
Alright.
for me, I say you people are doing a great job. I wish you all the very best of luck, and I pray that we would all grow together and maybe we would have something to do together. And if you need any help from us and you need any help that we can actually render, please don't be afraid. Don't hesitate to reach out.
Will not hesitate. Definitely. Thank you. I
Don't
appreciate that.
hesitate to reach out.
And I
Yes.
say amen to that prayer. We'll all both succeed together. Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Alright,
Have
bye.
a
Thank you so much.
wonderful night rest.
And you too.
Yeah.
Bye.